OAFF. It's in the name. Greetings, ladies and mental gents. I am programmed to answer to the name Dave, and this is my co-host, Guy.
I am fully functional.
And today we have the pleasure of kicking off E6.
We have quite a few interesting fights in E6. The main event is the second title defense of Sombat Bukawa, this time against Chris Cyborg, who managed to get the 3 victories needed in order to be eligible for a title shot.
The 6th fight was dubbed the WrestleManiacs as it will pit 2 wrestling legends Brock Lesnar against Kevin Randleman.
Will be interesting to see if Randall will try to Randleplex Lesnar.
The 5th fight, dubbed the BJJ Tech, will see 2 of the OAFF's most technical fighters face each other.
The problem is that they are technical in 2 very different martial arts, boxing versus BJJ.
The 4th fight, the so-called Iron Ballet, will see Valentina Shevchenko face Iron Mike.
Considering Valentina sent Boss Rutten to the hospital with her modern rendition of Dash the Nutcracker, I hope Tyson won't pick up another injury. Sadly, so far he is the most injury-prone fighter on the OAFF roster.
The 3rd fight, the Bruce Gads, will see one of the highest-ranking OAFF fighters, Bruce Lee, face one of its most lower rankers, the Rikishi Levant Takinishin Gorgads.
This is actually how the OAFF fixes matches. Working hard to get a higher rank should be rewarded with seemingly easier fights.
The 2nd fight, titled the Thug Butter, we'll see the heaviest OAFF fighter, Eric Butterbean Esch, versus the lightest fighter on the OAFF roster, Thug Rose Namajuns.
Will Rose manage to beat Butterbean, who just last event was challenging the current champion? Considering her track record is 3 losses, I doubt it.
This must be the worst fight for you since you dislike both fighters. Can't you see it for what it is? A beauty versus the beast type fight?
I wouldn't call Rose a beast, but anyway, I was spared the indignation since our guest commentator Malcolm Duke is back and should commentate the fight.
And our first fight, E6 opener, will be a very unique grudge match.
As many of you still remember, in E5, after winning in a very convincing way the newcomer tournament and earning the very first OAFF blue belt, Wirun Sagat Phonphimai, who was no secret that he was signed to oppose Sombat Bukawa, got his first loss by a devastating axe kick from Mirko left leg hospital Filipovic.
Turns out Sagat is willing to cash in his blue belt already for a second chance at Mirko. So we have all gathered here today to witness history in the making. Will Sagat correct a wrong? After all, he did fight 3 fights in the same event before facing CroCop.
Or will he cement his downfall with another loss to a Western kickboxer?
So who do you think will win this?
Well, if I was a betting bot, I would say Sagat. He has better credentials and actually a better record in the OAFF. 1 fewer loss.
That's it! KO! 9 seconds on the clock is all it took for Mirko to destroy and become a legend.
I am actually speechless.
Must have been one hell of a kick to knock out Cold Sagat like that.
To add salt on the wound, the match also got a very low rating at 76. Poor Sagat. When it rains, it pours.
Yeah, must be hard to a title aspirant to only take 4.2 points on top of the KO.
CroCop can't be disappointed with his performance tonight. Maybe with the scoregiver's performance, who will only allow him to take 5.2 points from this.
Yet looking at the table, he jumped to 2nd place and is also eligible for a title match. Only question is, will he potentially face Sombat or Chris Cyborg?
While Sagat, ironically, finds himself in the same position Mirko was at the beginning of his OAFF career, with a 2-2 loss record and an injury that will keep him away from the next event. A far cry from his aspirations of facing and demolishing Sombat for the title.